So welcome to another tech video. Today we are going to be having a look at another product from our friends at Fideco. So the product that we've got here is a 10-port USB 3.2 Gen 1 hub. So these are 5 gigabit a second signaling rate, and as I say, it's got 10 ports on it. So let's go ahead and have a look at the device itself, get it unboxed. So the packaging is standard Fideco packaging. It's the white with orange symbols, as you can see here. Not too much to write home about, but this looks like it's a powered hub. So inside the box we've got our tiny little hub unit, which has got switched ports, all 10 down the side there. So input wise, we've got a USB Type-C connector and a DC 12 volt input there. Also in the box we've got our weighty power brick adapter. Let's have a look at this to see what it is. This is 48 watt power adapter. And then we get a UK plug for the UK market, obviously, which just slips on the unit somehow like that. And then that just clips up. So there we've got our power adapter. And then in the box here we've got USB Type-C to Type-C cable, and we've got a USB Type-C to Type-A cable, which covers plugging it in here. If you've only got a Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port, then you can use a Type A or a Type C port. And then also in the box we've got our manual. Relatively straightforward. It doesn't really tell you much, to be honest. It just tells you that it's a 10-port hub with a power adapter. So the product is equipped with 4 amp power adapter, and each USB port can support BC 1.2 charging and overcurrent protection. The hub can support 10 USB 3.2 Gen 1 devices simultaneously, and it is your good office assistant, it says here. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. So the setup that we're going to be doing today is standard. We're going to plug this into a power socket on the wall, and then the other end, obviously, we're going to plug into our device at the back here, which gives us power. And you can see that we've got some lights lit up at the moment, so they're in blue. So just pressing the button will switch those devices off, and that's it. So we are going to be connecting into a Type A port, USB 3 Type A port. Okay, so our Type A is connected. Let's just give us a bit more cable. And we're going to plug this Type-C port into the back of the device. And then we can start off by plugging devices in. So let's have a look. So USB Type A, this is just an 8 gig pen drive. Plug that in there. Okay, so let's switch this on now. So let's have a look back here. So we're going to switch this on and then see what comes up on the PC. And there we go. So we've got this USB now connected. Let's maximize the screen so we can see it's come up as drive D, drive E. So drive E is our USB stick that we've got plugged in. So that's all working as normal. Let's see what else we can connect. Okay, so let's now plug in, what have we got here? We've got a Wi-Fi dongle here, so let's plug that in to the next port and see what happens. Switch that on, and then we're going to go and check to see if it's recognised that device. It might not without a driver disk. And there it is. Yep. Okay, so that has now recognised it, so we can see that our Wi-Fi is working. We've also still got our 2 USB drives, our USB stick plugged in, but we've also now enabled Wi-Fi by plugging a Wi-Fi adapter in there. So we'll just have another quick look at that. So you can see we've got our USB stick and we've got our Wi-Fi dongle connected. Now I'm going to take standard Seagate 1TB USB Type 3 USB Type A, which is this one here is a Seagate Seagate Expansion Plus portable drive. So let's plug that in to the next port down, switch it on. This will take a few seconds. There you go. So it's detected it. Don't worry about the warning here. This comes up all the time, but it works absolutely fine. So we're going to click on Seagate Drive F, and this is all my data for my customers, certainly some of my customers, on their little application. So that's the drive work. So now we've got 3 devices connected. What else can we plug in? So I'm running out of things to plug in, but basically you can plug printers, cameras, USB drives, whatever that has USB connectivity with high-speed throughput. So each of these ports is USB 3.2 Gen 1, so each of these ports is capable of 5 gigabits a second signaling rate. You are of course going to be limited to your output from your USB Type C device here, because this will be a 3.2 Gen 1 connection as well. So this connection going back to the PC potentially is 5 gigabits a second, and all of these are 5 gigabits a second. So if they were all doing their 5 gigabits a second signaling rate, then you would obviously get a bottleneck from this port back to the PC being the same throughput speed. So all of these, if they were all doing the same 5 gigabit a second signaling rate, you would still only get 5 gigabit a second signaling rate through this cable here. However, it gives you the ability to connect and enable, disable whichever port you want at any time that you want for your current setup. So yeah, quite handy having this on the desk. I can see this being really useful connecting, you know, whatever you need to connect using the connectivity that you've got here, up to 10 devices all running 3.2 Gen 1 high speed or medium speed 5 gigabits a second signaling rate. So yeah, really good high throughput bandwidth available. Can't see any problems with this. We haven't found any problems with it at all, but it's a way of expanding all of your USB connectivity. Okay, so now we've had a quick look at it, let's have a talk about the build quality. So the casing appears to be aluminium. The end plates feel like plastic, which is fine, but with the aluminium cover there is some protection there. Can't see any issues with that at all. And on the bottom channel feet, let's have a look down through there. So this is a slide piece that slides all the way in. I can see that there are some grills underneath the length here to let the heat out if it does get a bit warm. But certainly in terms of the heat dissipation, because it's made out of aluminium, it will spread the heat if there is any heat. We've not found any heat at all with the device itself. So all in all, yeah, good little unit that will sit nicely on our desk. So go check out Fideco. They've got a whole range of really useful products in terms of connecting external devices, being able to clone your drives, and that's all there is to this product. So if you found that video useful, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to go and check out Fideco. They make some really useful products, low cost, and yeah, we've found everything that they've shipped us so far really useful, and we're using all of the products. In actual fact, we don't have any on the shelf here, so everything that they've sent us we are utilising in some way or another for our daily business.